Hello children, I welcome you all again to the online English classes for grade 12th. Children, last video we did on the last lesson by Alphonse Daudet where we covered a certain portion of the chapter. So far let's revise what we did. This story is conducted in the time of France and Germany's war where France loses and Germany captures certain districts of France like Alsace and Lorraine. Now Germany takes control of these districts and all the effect of Germany can be seen now in this chapter. The narrator was Franz, a school going boy who is unwilling to go to school. And in the middle of the way, on his way to the school, what he sees is he sees a notice board. The people, all the people, local people, they are covering the board and they're reading, trying to read something that is written on that. Now he was curious to know, but he realizes that he is getting late to school. Then he again hurries to his. But when Franz reaches the school, there is no hustle bustle, there is no chaos in the class, and he enters quietly. But he gets noticed by his teacher M. Hemmel, and without scolding Franz, he allows him to sit. So what happens next is, let's do the reading and explanation further. I jumped over the bench and sat down at my desk. Now when M. Hemmel allowed him to come in the class and sit down, then what happens? Not till then, when I had got a little over my fright. Now he was frightened to go to school, and though he was late to school, he thought that he would be scolded. Now when he is relieved of that fear, he is not fearing entering the class anymore, and he is calmly sit down and taken his seat. What does he notice? Did he see that our teacher had on his beautiful green coat, his frilled shirt, and the little black silk cap, all embroidered, that he never wore except on his inspection and prize days. This means that Franz was noticing his teacher M. Hemmel that day he was dressed in a different manner, not in his usual clothes, but in the clothes that he would for sure wear on his inspection and prize days, the dress he would reserve for wearing on special days. Besides, the whole school seemed so strange and solemn. Solemn means serious. That day nothing seemed to be in its routine. The way the children enter, the way he entered the school, he was not scolded, and children all already sitting quietly. There was no chaos, no hustle and bustle. The things seemed to be different and serious that day. But the thing that surprised me most was to see on the back of the benches that there were always empty. So usually the benches at the last of his class were all empty, they were all vacant. But that day what happened was, the village people sitting quietly like ourselves, like the other students, the last benches were now not vacant, they were not empty, they were not vacant, they were occupied by village people. Old Hauser, with his three-cornered hat. There was an old man named Hauser. He was sitting at the last bench and he was wearing a three-cornered hat. The former mayor, the former postman, and several others besides. There were many villagers. Mostly they were all occupying the last seats. And what happened then? Everybody looked sad. And Hauser had bought an old primer. What is a primer? Children, primer is a very old book, a very basic book which has basic instructions of learning and teaching. Thumbed at the edges. Thumbed means now it was folded on the edges. It was such a poor condition that it had all torn apart. It was all folded on the sides. Laying across the pages means it was all the pages were coming out. It was not in a good condition. So here old Hauser was holding the old primer, that is old, very old book, very basic book, thumbed at the edges. That was all folding, that was all in a bad condition. It was folded on the sides, and he held it open on his knees with his spectacles lying across the pages. Now he was thoroughly going through the old primer, that is the old book. Now, when Franz was confused about what all was going on in the class, he was still confused. At that time, what happened was, while I was wondering about it all, he was not clear what was exactly going in their class. M. Hamel mounted his chair. M. Hamel, he climbed his chair, and in the same grave and gentle tone, grave means very serious, and gentle tone which he had used to me, said, "My children, this is the last lesson I shall give you. The order has come from Berlin to teach only German in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine." Now, in the beginning only I told you that Germany has defeated France and it has captured the districts of Alsace and Lorraine. Now, what are the orders of German government? That they wish that no more teaching of French should be done in their schools. Only German language should be taught in the schools to the students. Now, because they were their colonies. The new master comes tomorrow. So they were expecting a new master to come and teach them from tomorrow, from the next day. This is your last French lesson. I want you to be very attentive. So he was heartbroken. He was very sad, announcing all that it was his last lesson in their school and it was his last lesson of French, teaching French in this class. What a thunderclap these words to me. Thunderclap means they were all startling, they were all shocking, and they were all shocking to the author. Oh, the wretches means, oh, that is really unfortunate or unhappy situation. That was what they had put up at the town hall. So now Franz was clear what was exactly put on the bulletin board while he was coming to his school. On the way, when he saw that bulletin board that he couldn't read because he was getting late to school, now he assumed that this was the thing, this was the draft, this was the notice that was pasted on the bulletin board. My last French lesson? Why, I hardly knew how to write. Now Franz is a little distressed because he's very young, and he could not bear that with this thought that it was his last lesson. Why, I hardly knew how to write. He didn't even know how to write French. I should never learn any more. Means his studying would stop if he doesn't learn his own language. I must stop there then. Oh, how sorry I was for not learning my lesson. Now, Franz is actually regretting the days when he didn't put his sincere effort in studies, and when he ignored his studies, and when he had the time to spend on his study, he missed his lessons and spent his lessons. What did he do at that time? For seeking bird's egg or going sliding on the Saar, means on the grasslands and all, and he was wasting his times in looking for bird's nest and sliding on the Saar. At the time, he was wasting all these times on unnecessary things. My books, that had seemed such a nuisance, means he thought his studies and his books to be nuisance a while ago. So heavy to carry. My grammar and my history of saints were old friends now. The things and the books and the studies which he considered very as a burden on him and difficult to carry in his school bag to the school, which now he considers them as his old friends, means they would no more be his friends now, because he was expecting his studies would stop. And what was the use? now that I couldn't give up. And M. Hummel too. The idea that he was going away, that I should never see him again, made me forget all about his ruler and how cranky he was. So, all this seemed very strange. It was all coming as a shock to Franz. He was thinking that the things he used to think as burden, as trouble, now he forgot everything. That he thought Mr. M. Hummel to be strange, to be unusual, but now he was very disturbed of letting go of Mr. M. Hummel. Poor man. It was in honor of his last lesson that he had put on his fine Sunday clothes. Now he was regretting and feeling bad for Mr. M. Hummel, and he thought that okay, that's the reason why Mr. M. Hummel was wearing the different and very nice clothes, very fine Sunday clothes, very fine decent clothes that day. And so now what he is feeling, that is why he's wearing such unique clothes. And now I understood why the old men of village were sitting there in the back of the room. And then he again correlated both the situation, that wearing of Mr. M. Hamel, the unique clothes, and the villagers sitting at the back, they were all in honor of Mr. M. Hamel, who was going away and he was not supposed to continue teaching French in his school. It was because they were sorry too. Even the villagers and village people, they were all feeling sorry that they had not gone to school more. It was their way of thinking. It was their way of thanking. Their way means their style of thanking our master for his 40 years of faithful service. So they all come in honor of, they have all got together in the honor of Mr. M. Hummel to pay him reverence, to pay him the honor of faithful service for the last 40 years, and showing their respect for the country that was theirs no more. And they were all regretting of losing their country, of not being a free country anymore, of being undertaken by some other country, and now they shall be made slaves. So while I was thinking of all this, I heard my name called. Now, when he was just busy thinking of, he was correlating all the incidents together. Now he came back to his senses and he heard that his name was called. It was my turn to recite, that he was expected to prepare for his participles test, and he was asked to recite them. What would I have not given to be able to say that dreadful rule? Means he still was faithful and he still was not clear about the participles. For the participle all through, he was not clear, he hadn't learned his lessons thoroughly, very loud and clear and without one mistake. Though he wanted to try it and he didn't want to mess things up that day, but I got mixed up on the first words. He got confused. Mixed up means confused. And stood there holding on my desk, my heart beating. So he kept standing, his heart was beating really fast and not daring to look up. He got confused, he started stammering, but though he accepted his defeat, that he was not able to learn his lesson, and he was not daring enough to look up at his teacher, of regretting of not learning the lesson for the test. I heard Mr. M. Hamel say to me, I won't scold you, little Franz. You must feel bad enough. So that day M. Hamel was very kind and very easy with his children. He said that I would not be scolding you. See how it is. Every day we have said to ourselves, bah, I have plenty of time, I'll learn tomorrow. So he says that even you have kept ignoring your studies. I gave you tests, I gave you the lessons, but you kept on putting it on tomorrow, that I'll do all that, whatever has been taught to me, I'll learn that tomorrow. And now you see where we have come out. Now see the outcome. But we won't be getting the second chance. We won't be getting the chance to learn our language. We won't be having this lesson, French lesson, ever again in our lives. So we lost that chance of learning French. That's a great trouble with Alsace. She puts off learning till tomorrow. So here Alsace is the district of France. Means he is talking about the people of Alsace as one unit, and he has considered it as a woman, and he says that people of Alsace, they do not wish to learn. They have been taking their language for granted and kept on saying to themselves that we have enough days, we'll learn it tomorrow. Now those fellows out there will have the right to say to you, how is it you pretend to be Frenchmen? Now people will be making fun of them, saying that you pretend, you think you are French, and yet you cannot speak or write your own language. Means you people calling yourself French, and you people cannot even learn and write your language. But you are not the worst. Poor little France. So he again tries to pacify France, though he is regretting that he could not make the best of his lessons. We all are a great deal to reproach ourselves. Means everybody here is to be blamed. Not only is it France's mistake, but the mistake of everybody together. That nobody has been concentrating. Even Mr. M. Hommel, he was even taking things easily. He also put it on tomorrow, kept putting it on tomorrow, and things were all taken for granted. So children, that's for today. I hope you understood, and do prepare your worksheets.